Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my Week 7 Sunday Night Football prediction between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. Now, without a further ado, let's get started. Now, let's kick it off with the injury report of the Pittsburgh Steelers, starting with linebacker Nick Herbig with a hamstring injury, center Zach Frazier with an ankle injury, running back Cordell Patterson with an ankle injury, and tackle Dylan Cook with a foot/knee injury. They are all out for this game. Then we move on to safety DeMonte Kazi with an ankle injury and wide receiver Roman Wilson with a hamstring injury, both questionable for this game. Then we get Najee Harris, running back with a rib injury, linebacker Alex Highsmith with a groin injury, tight end McCole Pruitt with a knee injury, and defensive tackle Montravius Adams with a knee injury. Now, in my opinion, when it comes down to it, both the safety Kaizi and the receiver Wilson will play in this game. I believe in that very much. When it comes to which side of the offense or defense is going to really be suffering the most, I think it's going to be the offense, as they lost Cordell Patterson, one of their best running backs. They've lost two offensive linemen. That's going to hurt them a lot. Obviously, on defense, it's not really going to hurt them as much, so not really worried on that side. It's more on the offense. But I think the Steelers defense will at least carry this offense to victory. I think that there's not really going to be much issue on that side. But when it comes to the offense, that's a whole different story. And the Steelers are just going to suffer against the New York Jets defense. Now moving on to the offense of the Pittsburgh Steelers, starting with quarterback Russell Wilson, running back Najee Harris, wide receivers George Pickens, Van Jefferson, and Calvin Austin. Pat Freiermuth will be the tight end. Left tackle, Dan Moore. Left guard, Isaac Somwalu. I don't know if I said that correctly. And center, Ryan McCullum, with right guard, Mason McCormick, and right tackle, Broderick Jones. When it comes to the Steeler offensive line, like I said, it's going to be a little troublesome without Frazier or Cook. And with the running back, Cordell Patterson out, there's going to be basically more pressure on Najee Harris to run the football. But in the end, when it comes down to it, it's going to be a different offense of the Steelers with Russell Wilson. Obviously, we've seen Russell Wilson in Seattle. We've seen him in Denver. Which one are we going to get? And I think we might get a decent game from Russell Wilson, but it's not going to be a Seattle Seahawks just amazing game from Russell Wilson or a terrible Denver game for Russell Wilson. It's going to be like somewhere in the middle. And this offense will most likely do a relatively decent job, but it's going to be tough for them. Now moving on to the defense, we got Larry Ogunjobi at defensive end along with Cameron Hayward, nose tackle Keanu Benton, weak side linebacker TJ Watt, inside linebacker Patrick Queen and Elandon Roberts, strong side linebacker Alex Highsmith, cornerback Deontay Jackson, Joey Porter Jr. at corner as well, nickelback Beanie Bishop, Minka Fitzpatrick at free safety, and Deshaun Elliott at strong safety. Now, when it comes to the defense of the Steelers, that's been a dominant force, and most of the reasons the Steelers have been winning is because of the defense. So that is a very good thing to have, especially against Aaron Rodgers and this offense, which has not been performing as well. So in the end, I think a lot of pressure should come from Hayward and Ogunjobi, along with maybe some blitzes from Highsmith and TJ Watt. And the secondary is just going to be all clear with Deontay Jackson, Joey Porter, and Minka Fitzpatrick back there. So I'm expecting the Pittsburgh Steelers defense to do a very good job against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Now moving on to the injury report of the New York Jets, starting with cornerback Michael Carter II, who is out with a back injury. Then we move on to cornerback DJ Reed with a groin injury, tight end Tyler Conklin with a hip injury, and linebacker Chaz Surratt with a heel injury. Now, all of these players are questionable for the game. Then we got Aaron Rodgers with an ankle injury, Will McDonald with a shoulder injury, and we also got tackle Morgan Moses with a knee injury, and wide receiver Devontae Adams with a hamstring injury. Most likely, all of those players will play, And the only other questionable players that I believe will not play is DJ Reed. I think he'll be out for this game. And then we move on to what the biggest injury of the New York Jets is. It's on the defensive side, 100%. And that will deal with Michael Carter and DJ Reed. So deep passes with the Steelers receivers is probably wide open, or at least maybe the short passes. Who knows how the Steelers will be defending, the Jets will be defending. But in the end, I think the Jets defense will suffer a little bit from injury, but not to the same extent as the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, moving on to the Jets offense, we got Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, Breece Hall at running back, wide receivers Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, and Alan Lazard, tight end Tyler Conklin, but if Conklin cannot go, then Jeremy Rucker will take over. Left tackle will be Tyron Smith, John Simpson will take over at left guard, Joe Tippmann will be the center, Elijah Vera Tucker at right guard, and Morgan Moses at right tackle. This offensive line should do the work, but it has been a little bit scary for Aaron Rodgers in that backfield. So also don't put all your baskets in the offensive line, giving Aaron Rodgers time to throw the football all day long. But now with new receiver Devontae Adams, I think he'll have more chances to get the football downfield. Now having both Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams, but to be honest, now that relegates Mike Williams to the fourth, maybe fifth string. Probably he'll get traded later in the week or maybe later in the year. Who knows? But in the end, I think that the offense of the New York Jets will do a decent job, but maybe not enough to win. Now, moving on to the defense of the New York Jets, we got Will McDonald at defensive end, along with Michael Clemens, Javon Kinlaw, and Quinn Williams at defensive tackle, weak side linebacker Jamin Sherwood, inside linebacker CJ Mosley, strong side linebacker Quincy Williams, cornerback Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed, but if Reed cannot go, then Brandon Elkos will take over, and nickelback Isaiah Oliver will be the nickelback for this game. And then we get free safety Tony Adams and Ashton Davis at strong safety. Now when it comes down to the defense, they're going to be a very good team. I think some pressure from McDonald and maybe a blitz from either Quincy or maybe even CJ in the middle. Who knows? But I think some blitzes along with the pressure from McDonald and Clemens, I think that will deal enough damage to the quarterback to make him throw incompletions or making him throw bad passes that get picked off. Who knows? You have to pressure Russell Wilson in order to make him run and in order to make him make mistakes. So that's that. And Sauce Gardner, obviously, in the backfield with Tony Adams. There's no doubt in my mind that the Pittsburgh Steelers offense will have some trouble against this defense, but you never know what could happen. Now, my conclusion for this game ends in a 35-34 win for the New York Jets. I do, in fact, believe the Jets will win, and it'll most likely be a fumble recovery by the New York Jets on the Steelers. No, not on the Steelers. On the Jets 1 yard line, so that the Jets could simply run out the clock. But obviously, they would have to run a play if they get the ball at the 1 yard line. In the end, I think that the Jets will do a decent job and enough to get the win over Pittsburgh and Russell Wilson's first start as a Pittsburgh Steeler. Now, that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tweet me any video ideas. Also, tell me down in the comments below, who do you think will win and who do you think will lose? Tell me down in the comments below. Now, like this video if you liked it, subscribe, and hit the notification if you want more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.